Hello and welcome to the Reactor. All right, let's get back to Opeth, and we're gonna do Face of Melinda. So I assume this is going to be when the main character finally sees the person that he's been maybe looking for his whole life, or half his life, because he disappeared for a while and coming back into town. Doesn't feel great about it because it's a different town now. It's not the same, and comes back and he's overwhelmed with something. Goes freaky when he goes to the place where he last met the person of interest, which is probably Melinda, and we'll continue from there. So let's see what this tune brings into the story. And don't forget these guys, the New England Musicians Relief Fund. Help them out if you can. All right. Let's do it.
The turnstile beckons a damsel fair. Face of Melinda neath blackened hair. No joy would flicker in her eyes. Brooding sadness came to her eyes. Found where she sacrificed her ways, that hollow love in her face. Darkness now.
there's a little change coming here. So this is wow, this is a really deep, sorrowful kind of I don't know. It's kind of it's a remembrance of a time when you thought things were well, and now that you're there, not so much. Wow, this is a spooky tune, so filled with just everything you would ever feel at a funeral. This is it. Um, mm, there's a just the tone of the clean guitars in the beginning are very uplifting, and then the bass comes in and really just shuts it down. It's like, no, don't be so uplifting, and it drops that tone down. It's so weird. Boy. So my main character is at the place where he last saw Melinda. Let's just say we'll keep it with the album, and he gets overwhelmed with something. He kind of time stands still. You get this super anxious feeling. Things are really different. Like reality is just not there anymore. Uh, Melinda appears in a semi-human form, reaching her hand out and saying, "Just come with me," and following her through basically his past life as he lived through this town. This kind of reminds me of Scrooge almost. So he's being led through town in this haze and this non-reality, showing things that had happened after he left. And yeah, we'll go with that. Let's finish this tune. This is spooky as fuck. Wow. Wowie wow. This is a really beautiful song, in a spooky way, and it's so creepy-ish. And it's very jazzy. Like these are some of the sounds in this sound like you hear in a old school whiskey bar where they're playing jazz. You know, they got the roll. What do you call it? The roll on the snare. The paintbrush on the snare. You can hear that a little bit. The bass sometimes sounds like a stand-up bass. Like maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know, or a fretless one or something. But it's got that old school hollowed out sound. Man, I don't know how they can just incorporate such the old school sounds of jazz in a metal tune. It's crazy. I love it, and this is pretty far back in Opeth's history, and still hearing the amazing recording sounds, um, just carried throughout their entire history. They're just geniuses, masters of the art of music in all aspects: writing, construction, playing. I mean, they got it all. It's insane. So anyway, the character is being led by Melinda in this haze, in this daze, in this non-reality, and she takes him to the point in which he left, the day he left, and it's kind of like the same, but different. So like things look the same the way it did when he left, but you just kind of sometimes you know somehow know that it's years later, but um, so they're at the point where he said goodbye for the last time, and Melinda's trying to show him or prove a point or something, or there's something left unsaid. Um, she's not speaking, I guess. She's not a speaking entity at this point, and just trying to guide him through what transpired on the day he left. What that means, I don't know yet. We'll get to the next tune, which will be Serenity Painted Death. That doesn't sound too uplifting, but this is not an uplifting story. So it's going as beautiful as the music is, as depressing as it is, but it's just such an awesome sound, and I'm really digging this album. This is a great picture in the mind of whoever listens to it. So, all right, well, that concludes this chapter, and until the next time, cheerio!